On your knees, all of you. The hero before us deposed the false king. I am Lord Sergei Thule, apprentice of Darth Victus, and the first of House Thule to survive the Sith Academy.
His lordship will seize the throne you made vacant.
Fate willing. But my ascension must wait. Alderaan is in a state of anarchy, and a threat greater than the Ulgo usurpers rears its head.
What sort of threat? Are we talking about the Republic or something local?
The Killiks are stirring, legion upon legion. They've already devoured the armies of Kalnosh and Antilles. The people fear it's the Killik Black Hive returning after a millennium underground. I'm not a superstitious man, but I know disaster when I see it.
I settled our differences with the Killiks in House Cortez. They won't be coming back.
Cortez dealt with creatures insignificant next to the Black Hive.
They're the worst of the Killik broods. The lesser nests fled to the surface to escape being cannibalized by their savage kin.
Yet if his lordship turns his attention to the Killiks, the other houses will destroy Thule.
Moff Sarek and I proposed to use small strike teams against the Black Hive, and he advised you take lead. Succeed, and House Thule can focus on winning the planet. Fail, and Killiks of every size will swarm over Alderaan, and all of us will be joiners.
If I'm not leading an army, who am I going to lead?
Scientists, Imperial Xenocide teams, and another as well. Chanya Madal of the Order of Extermination has agreed to help us.
For 20 millennia, members of the Order have forsaken house ties and worldly possessions to protect us from the Killiks. During the Hive's century sleep, the Order watches and prepares. When the Hives awake, they spread fire.
They number barely a handful now. Madal has no loyalty to Thule, but she's our best hope against these monsters.
From your tone, I take it the Order doesn't meet your standards.
They have a place, and when I am king, they'll be made relevant again. Go to Madal and listen to her advice, but be careful what you reveal. Remember, she is not one of us.
In the swarm, the flame will guide me. In hardship, I will endure.
Chanya Madal, Sergei Thule sent me.
What? Of course. Allies of the Sith who would be king. On behalf of the Knights of the Order of Extermination and the Blood of Alderaan, I offer my services in the war against the Killiks. Ventadia Droth, Kano Fora.
Why do I sense you're not happy partnering with House Thule?
I'd partner with the Emperor himself if it meant saving Alderaan. And it's not my place to judge. For 20,000 years, my order has fought the nests. We know their hibernation cycles, the secrets of their joiners. We should be advising the armies of a united planet. Instead, we're a handful against the Black Hive.
Sometimes, a few dedicated soldiers is all it takes to win a war. But we need to play this smart.
That's why you're in charge of the big picture. I'll tell you what you need to know. The last time the Black Hive emerged, it left whole cities in ruins. Its Killiks are monstrous, and their bloodlust grows with every joiner they absorb. I've been strategizing with the Imperial strike teams. They're making progress, but not enough. You should meet with them, lead our efforts.
You're the one trained for this. You should be in the field.
I'm doing all I can. Here and knee-deep in Killik Membrosia pools. I can't do nearly enough. Come, and I'll anoint you with the Chanmasu herbs. Whether you believe in ritual or not, the scent will discourage your foe. And be guided by the Codex Chitinus and the First Huntsman. See to the others, and I'll continue to search for weaknesses.
You're the mystery troubleshooter from Balmorra. You may execute me for saying so, but I admire your work. Sergeant Namada, Bug Hunter Division. My squad came here off colloquy duty. It's an honor to meet you.
Care to explain that?
Special Tactics Group 41 Delta. Geonosians, Gand, Verpine. If it's got eggs and an exoskeleton, we know how to kill it. Team's supposed to contain the Killik threat, so House Thule's free to work. Fine plan. but Science Bureau has us trying out a tractor tech like this brood totem device they gave us. Lures Killiks into enemy territory.
While you're fighting Killiks, the scientists are trying to study them.
They talk to the Moth, and he gives the orders. We dropped the totem off in Killik territory so it could synchronize pheromones. We barely survived. Now we need to move it to Organa territory for testing. We carry chitin-piercing rounds and insecticide gas. We can't fight Organa troops. But you assist, like on Balmorra, this lure project might move forward.
Should be straightforward.
Just be careful you don't lure in too many Killiks. They're not like colicoids. They take prisoners and, well, better not to know.
The brood totem works. It lured the Killiks to the Organa forces.
The science boys will be happy. Me, I hope it means we go back to killing aliens instead of baiting them. It's been a pleasure to see you in action. You ever need a hive extraction team or a couple tons of xenotoxic torpedoes, you give the bug hunters a call.
Thank goodness you've come. I've been trying to raise an alert, but something's jamming my signal. Probe droids are lurking in the mountains. My Threnta recon team just spotted them. These droids are House Organa's doing. If they've spied our fortifications, Thaw's war effort is in jeopardy.
Destroy the droids immediately. Organa mustn't gain more intel.
We're of one mind on the matter, sir. Unfortunately, Organa's probes are well armed, even traveling in heavily fortified groups. It's time House Thul shows Organa our might. We must destroy these droids and retrieve their memory cores.
Why not do it yourself?
It would take a small army of our troops, and raising a full alert will only show Organa how we respond to a crisis. We need those droids' memory cores taken fast and quietly.
It's trivial enough. I'll handle it.
Fantastic, you're too gracious. Again, they travel in fortified groups, so be on your guard. Excellent. Others scoffed at your chances, but I knew you'd find the memory cores. These will reveal everything Organa's learned about us. I'm in your debt.
Glad I could lend a hand.
I assure you, The pleasure was mine. Organa's blind to our movements now. For that, you have my thanks, and that of House Thule.
That's impossible. Our fleet must crush their resistance, not bow to it. Ah, a visitor. Moff Serex made your deeds well known. Perhaps you could assist me. I am Bevik Thule, commander of Thule Aquatic Forces. We're locked in a stalemate with Organa and Ulgo. We can't break their defenses.
Shouldn't you concentrate your attacks on one foe?
One massive strike would seriously impair both sides. Unfortunately, Organa's predicting our movements. They're spying on us. I dispatched my best men to weed out Organa's agents, but they've been killed, throats slashed to silence their screams. My fleet's massing for another strike. We must obliterate Organa's spies, recover any information recorded before they deflect us again.
I'll handle these spies. I know their tactics.
Very good, sir. Glad to have you on board. The spies can't be far. Find them. Get their recordings. Then Organa will know the might of our aquatic forces.
The spies are dead. Here's their intel.
You see, officer? This is how you get results on Alderaan.
I'm glad you're so excited.
A Thule victory always gets my blood pounding. Your deed demands tribute. Perhaps I'll name a battleship after you. But first, there's Alderaan to conquer. If you'll excuse me, I have a fleet to command.
What are you working on?
Manub meraka naja. Kinamabam. Yak manala. Beraka karam kara. Ninyamak oramag yang migik.
That's very nearly sickening.
Memgam gamgi. Nina gegwan. Amnerna hanak. Meraka gemyam amgam nemnu.
I don't like it, but I'll do what I have to.
Noribi amgan. Yang hamgam kam kalam. Yang perlu amka. Kalima naya kira. pajiam kepdam. Runak ola garajim kala.
There's no doubt in my mind.
Nemua pemguana. Kumia yang mem gamba paka. Kamperem ganyam paji yang. Maniki kumbukam.
Three killicks crawling into the nursery, creeping past the royal guard. Whatever do they see? I'm Dr. Ganalia, Science Bureau. You must be here about the Mother's Milk Project.
Was that a song about killicks?
It's a local nursery rhyme about the kidnapping of a prince. Gruesome, but in the right spirit. I'm developing a serum that neutralizes killick larva. Toxic membrosia nectar, technically. Pump it into an egg. The babies feed. No more nest. Mofsarik wants enough serum to spray down the hives before the next hatching cycle. I'd gladly oblige, only my field testers keep disappearing.
Spray the hives with poison. That sounds like genocide.
Oh, it's barely population control. Besides, better their children than mine. I sent an armed squad to try the serum on killick eggs. The boys took my equipment and never reported back. We're running a small budget surplus. I can hire you to find their remains and finish the job.
All right. Tell me what to do.
Excellent. Salvage the equipment from the last team and pick up where they left off. These are their last known coordinates. I'll be here writing the boys' next of kin.
This isn't going as planned.
I've tested the formula on the Killick eggs. Here are your results.
Oh, wonderful. A few adjustments, and we'll have the serum ready to go. 6 million larvae dead in their eggs. It may sound unpleasant, but they do much worse to us.
So you must do something. These Thaw's are useless. Always pestering me, begging me to send them off on some vital mission. I finally caved, allowed some of them to investigate a crashed Organa transport. 2 days and still no word from them.
You don't think it's that simple?
It's a transport. A broken one at that. Should have been a breeze. My men downed a vessel a few days ago. It crashed somewhere nearby, buried under a mountain of snow. I asked for someone to investigate the wreckage when the snow thawed, and those twits volunteered. Like an idiot, I allowed it.
Any idea what the transport was carrying?
Could be anything. Weapons, supplies, someone's wardrobe. It's possible the Organas were bringing in something dangerous. With the Thaw's not responding, that seems to imply it was important.
I suppose I could give it a look.
The crash site isn't far. Check the wreckage, find out what the Organas were transporting, and maybe we'll solve this mystery.
Outstanding work on your part. Handled those droids before we even realized they were a threat. If only the Thaw's had been so useful.
You, come closer. Let me get a better look at you. Yes, you appear to be quite capable. Exactly what Moff Sarek has bid me to find.
You can tell all that from looking at me, huh?
Assessing strength and capability in others is an essential survival skill among Sith. I am Phanatex. I was apprenticed to Sith Lord Mahish until he was struck down while searching for a Jedi in the employ of House Organa. My master was ambushed in the mountains by a force of aliens, loathsome Adversek. They were trained in special arts, and they slew him.
What kind of capabilities do these aliens have?
Resistance to the dark side of the Force. It is said that defensively they fight like Jedi. I hear these mercenaries were specially brought in by House Organa to target and kill Sith. If my master goes unavenged, they'll know their strategy is working. They'll make Alderaan a deadly trap for any Sith who lands here.
I'll serve the Empire in any way I can.
It is rare for we Sith to owe a debt of gratitude to one not of our kind. Be warned, when my master perished, I felt him fall, and I felt the blow that killed him. It came from a Jedi. Guard yourself well out there, for there may be true Jedi hidden in the ranks of these hired killers.
Hardly a scratch.
avenged, and the Empire is free to send more Sith to secure this world.